Good morning. Michael Masserang here again. And today we're going to take a little field trip around the Charlotte area to look at some of our existing accounts that have already been installed or are in production. Please join us. Come on along. Good morning. Michael Masserang here again. And today we're on one of our existing projects that's in production. We're on the south side of Charlotte here in Matthews today. And this customer was referred to us through one of our existing customers, and they have sloping floors and some bounciness to the floors. Upon further investigation, we discovered in the crawl space a fairly significant moisture problem, as well as a significant amount of microbial growth that had infested the floor system. So we're doing a multifaceted project here, which includes remediation of the microbial material, as well as doing an engineered repair on the floor system. We have brought in some outside professionals to help us with this project. A licensed mold hygienist was consulted with to inspect and analyze what kinds of material we did find on the floor joist, and the cleaning procedure we used was per a licensed mold hygienist, and off of that report. Also, we've brought in an independent structural engineer to inspect the floor system and write an engineered repair plan for this customer. So we are following closely with those professionals to not only design but to inspect our work when we're finished. You'll see that on your screen here, a copy of the layout that the licensed engineer wrote up for this project. Today, we're about a week into the program, and I'm going to show some features of this protocol, which includes putting in some CMU piers, repairing and sistering rotten girder lines, as well as repairing rotten floor joists. About half the floor system on this job was affected by the damage, roughly 30 years of damage that's occurred over time. So today you'll get to see some of these features. We'll see you here in a couple minutes inside the crawl space. Look forward to seeing you here shortly. Here we are inside the crawl space. As you can see here, lie down here so we can see the floor system. We did use an industrial cleaning service to clean the floor system, and you can see we did have to remove the insulation. Also, with many of these projects, it is required to remove the ductwork to really be able to get at a lot of these repair areas. Sometimes companies will choose to try to do these repairs with the ductwork in place and end up doing a lot of damage to the ductwork. And certainly since the ductwork was 30 years old, it was time for replacement anyway. So certainly a project of this size, if you're going to invest in repairing, a damaged floor system, it's often good to budget for potential ductwork replacement with a HVAC contractor that we've brought in on the project at the end of production here. So as you can see here, the engineer did spec out some additional CMU piers that we've put into the design, and you can see here also these floor joists were sistered per the engineer's design specification, and they are clip angled with a Simpson angle per the engineer's design. Notice that there's no ledger board here anymore, but so the clip angle has much more strength, and engineers like to see that kind of a mechanical connection with that interface. Here we're looking at some of the structural modifications. We do like to use structural steel whenever possible, depending on supply. It's certainly stronger and can carry, much more load capacity. As you'll see here, this is the original drop girder, and this one will also be replaced. And then they've got this section of steel here that's been completed. This area where I'm at now was by far the most damaged, and you can see here what happens when you have moisture problems in these crawl spaces. And you know, it's important to follow a step-by-step procedure when you do these types of repairs. I see many mistakes by contractors, especially franchisees, that just don't follow the right process. You know, when you clean this stuff, you know, it really, the insulation needs to be removed. There's no way that you can properly clean a floor system unless you remove the subfloor insulation. And open up the work area, again, get the ductwork out of the way, or if half, you have to remove it. So you can see, you know, where the guys are sistering each one of these members from bearing to bearing. And this is, you know, 30 years of wood rot on this house. So, you know, we'll crawl a little bit deeper into this to see you know, it cleaned up rather well. You know, when I looked at this upon inspection, you know, there was so much growth on these joists that you can scrape at it with a spatula. So you can see that the process we use really gets the material clean. Some residual bleaching of the wood remains sometimes, can't get that out, but certainly, you know, we've got a really good, clean, open work area so that we can get our repairs done, you know, with the high quality standards that the client deserves. And of course, when we're finished up, we'll put down a new vapor barrier and re-insulate, and then the last step will be to have the HVAC contractor reduct the crawl space. So this is a, you know, again, 1,800 square feet, and you can kind of see, you know, how open things are when you take out the ductwork, and certainly makes the repair effort much more smooth. And the end result certainly becomes much better for the client. We also have about 6 feet of sill plate repair. Sometimes sill plates can, you know, they can get damaged from termites as well as the moisture damage. You can see here where a shoring was applied and the sill plate was completely cut out, and each one of these joists was sistered from bearing to bearing, and with the clip angle being applied to the interface as opposed to using a ledger board, which makes it much stronger. Good morning. We're here for the second part of the video, and we're showing the finished product here per the engineer's instruction. We've installed several additional CMU piers at strategic points, and we've deployed structural steel as a way to support the floor system mechanically, certainly much stronger than using lumber. And the end result, certainly a much firmer floor system. All of the wood members have been sistered with joist hangers or Simpson clip angles applied at each interface. The crawl space has been completely closed off from the outside air, and a commercial dehumidifier deployed. Standard contractor vapor barrier also was installed to cover the soil. And you can see here the engineer passed the inspection and will pass on what's called an engineering summary to certify that the work was installed to the specifications of the engineer. And we've also we have a commercial dehumidifier deployed as our primary source of moisture reduction, and making some final adjustments here today. This is an April air, And this is a 70-pint dehumidifier, a very good dehumidifier, which will help us to control the environment in here for the long term, help protect the investment that this customer has spent to repair the floor system. And so as you can see, all the vents have been sealed, and so we have a whole floor system. The system has been made again whole as it was built many years ago. So you can, the importance of having the clearance of the work. We had two professionals here, a licensed engineer that designed this repair, as well as a licensed mold hygienist that also was involved for not only pre-inspection, but also to have post-remediation clearance. Picture that on your screen. So certainly the success of this type of project is dependent on having good, proper oversight, because nobody's perfect and things may get overlooked. So by having two additional professionals involved with inspections on this project ensured that we would have the best result possible, and to ensure this customer was able to receive full benefit of the money spent. So again, we appreciate you watching today, learning about structural repairs, industrial mold cleaning services. Perhaps you want to do a sealed crawl space or encapsulated crawl space. Also, you may have research controlled ventilation. Of course, we do all these types of things and would enjoy having a conversation with you about your project, and have a complete network of professionals and resources to bring into the project that we can have not only proper design, but also proper project oversight, and of course an end result that is perfect. So you can contact us at the number at the bottom of your screen, or give me a call. Certainly I enjoy talking with folks by phone, so we look forward to hearing from you, and hope you have a good, pleasant rest of the day. Thank you so much for joining us.